Ladies and gentlemen, recently, I got grabbed by the ghoulies. And after that whole horrifying event, I had to close my eyes and go back to my happy place. And that happy place was in the year 1997.
Wow.
Oh, so this is Grabbed Ghoulies Anonymous.
This was, I want to say a year or two after Banjo-Kazooie?
Oh no, this is like a year before Banjo-Kazooie, a year after Mario 64, and it stars DK's lovable buddy, Diddy Kong.
Woohoo! Look at the little fella.
Look at it go!
With Diddy Kong and all his amazing friends, like Timber the Tiger,
Yeah. By the way,
We like the music here.
yeah, it's cute music.
Bumper the Badger,
Fun fact, because I feel like we're going to be playing out a lot of them through this
and
playthrough.
Conquer, the not yet drunken squirrel.
Oh, so nice to see him getting cleaned up.
Oh, and then there's Tip Top too.
But yeah, I was about to say, a bit of a fun fact, even though that is Diddy's name up there in the corner, he actually wasn't originally meant to be in this game.
Oh.
Nope, Diddy Kong was actually added on relatively late in the game's development because this went through a lot of development stages, mostly involving like a whole 3D cartoon racer called Wild Cartoon Kingdom. Then it became a indirect sequel to the RC Pro Am series, and then they slapped Diddy's face on it, and it sold millions.
Yep.
So that was the main reason. They slapped Diddy on for the... They slapped Diddy on for the, just the recognition and brand. You know,
Also, it was another harebrained scheme by everyone's favorite Nintendo developer, Shigeru Miyamoto.
Shigeru Miyamoto did a good thing for once.
I mean, I would say so. Shigma Boy, like, he saw potential because...
You know what, I didn't know, that I didn't know, the fact that it was actually Miyamoto's idea to make it about Diddy Kong. Now I just imagine, just Twitter catches wind of that, it's like, I don't want to give Miyamoto props.
Give Miyamoto his props, because, whenever I go back to Diddy Kong Racing, more often than not, I really just stick with Diddy. Even though this was also the first game to also include the likes of Banjo from Banjo-Kazooie, and Conquer.
Play as Tip Top!
And then, of course, there's Tip Top.
The most important of them.
And then there's Crunch. You should never pick Crunch, because he honestly is the worst character in the game.
He's an alligator.
He's a dumb Kremlin.
Is he supposed to be a criminal?
And then, of course, there's Timber, who, I feel like life could have thrown him a bone, because, he's a tiger. Who doesn't like a tiger?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
In fact, I think a lot of the game's lore, it's not explained in-game, but a lot of, the story lore actually is sort of focused around Timber. The fact that apparently his folks were off visiting the Kongs, and that was when Wizpig struck, and basically Timber was the one that invited all of his friends over to try to help him clean up this mess.
Oh, so this is his island.
Yep, it's his family's island, and while they're off visiting the Kongs, that's when Wizpig decided to show up and put his face all over the place.
I'd just like to mention that I love how off-model all 8 characters on that title screen were.
It's called the polygon limitation.
It's called Scrimblification.
But yep, as is tradition with rare titles,
As is
the
written.
villain has a Mount Pigmore.
Pep.
About
Piggington.
I was gonna say, I was gonna say Piggy Mountain, but I forget that. Well, I feel filthy for not remembering the name of Grunty's lair.
That's just it, Grunty's Lair.
Just Grunchy's there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's the Isle of Hags, but that's like
That's the whole island in general.
right the whole.
But that being said, speaking of islands, we're in Timber's Island, and this right here is Taj the Genie. He's going to help us throughout the whole thing.
And our Indian stereotype for the adventure.
Bye bye for now.
You know,
Alakazam.
he's racist.
Okay. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, the whole stereotype thing is yes, he's racist, but he's a well-meaning racist.
He's a good guy.
I wouldn't even call him so much racist. He's about as much of a racist as all the character stereotypes in Punch-Out.
Fair.
True.
I mean, I just said stereotype, not a...
Ooh.
Okay, maybe I said racist. I'm sorry.
I mean, at worst, it promise that it does just kind of call upon a generalization. What the heck was that?
What was that?
That's a golden balloon. Those are this game's power stars. You're going to need them to access all 4 plus of the Timber Island's many locations, like...
Dino Domain.
Man, we got 2 power balloons in less than a minute.
Yeah.
We were fucking speedrunning this game, though.
Here's hoping, because oh boy, Icky, if you want to go for all the best stuff, this game has quite the content for you.
Yeah.
Oh boy!
And if you want a quick heads up of how much of that content you already have, talk to this little fella right here. It's TT.
Hi there.
Hiya!
I'm not a big fan of how this fog just amassed when he came close to us.
What is this, Silent Hill?
It's
Hi, I'm TT, Master of Silent Hill. How you doing?
Silent Hill Racing.
So yeah, we got golden balloons, we got amulets, we got trophies, keys, the works. And if you ever feel like, you can always turn on the time trial to, especially in the freaking story mode, which, I don't know, that doesn't really serve that much of a purpose in the long run, but it's there if you want to do it right then and there. And if you do clear all the time trials, you can unlock him as a playable character.
And this is also another one of those things where it's mostly secondhand, so people with more hands-on experience could probably vouch for me.
Like me.
Apparently TT's kind of broken.
Yeah, he pretty much is.
Yeah, he has maxed out stats, I think.
Max stats all around.
Max stats, and I could have sworn there was like some exploit or something in his code, but also we want these.
Ooh, key.
You want these keys.
There is one in every hub world, and they unlock a door that you're going to need to access at some point or another if you want to actually finish the game.
Oh, so it's
Right.
DK64 rule advantage, where it's like,
Oh boy.
you have to collect everything.
Yeah, in a sense.
But I mean, like, I'll give him credit that, like, I mean, first of all, I need to ask: did this come out before or after CTR?
Before. In fact, CTR took a lot of its foundation from Diddy Kong Racing.
I'm about to say, then yeah, hell
Right,
yeah.
like I think they confirmed...
That's right, the adventure mode was inspired directly from this game, in fact.
Ow!
I think they redesigned, this very course for test grounds.
Was it this level particular? I thought they just redid the entire like hub world.
Did they?
Hang on, go ahead, Hype. You were trying to say something there.
Well, Iki was kind of touching upon before I can get to say it, but yeah, that they did say that they actually took some of the levels, or they remade some of the levels from this game to test like the physics and whatnot for CTR.
Oh, also, phew, nice.
You know, call me crazy, but the course arrangement here reminds me a lot of Coco Park.
Of which park?
Coco Park.
Coco Park.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
big, wide, and nothing.
It's the same general course shape.
I get what you mean. Though I guess it's also funny to bring that up because a lot of Diddy Kong Racing's foundation, like this is the first kart racer to ever have like a whole world map and everything, and a lot of the inspiration that Rare took from Disneyland.
Yeah.
Aw, you know,
Wow!
I mean, I know. At one point we did cover the Disney. I know at one point we did cover the Disney racing game, but like
Which one?
Didn't Rare also do that one?
the Magic Kingdom one, like the one that like I think I covered it on the PC or something.
I thought it was on the 64.
I think it was also on 64 as well, but it was
Wasn't it
ported
also
on
on
PC that I
PS1?
knew, and also PlayStation 1.
It was on PS1, Dreamcast, PC, and Game Boy, I think.
But all I know is that, like, the more I'm looking at this, especially with things like CTR, Diddy Kong Racing, like, I'm honestly baffled that Nintendo never tried doing anything with Mario Kart like this, like having an actual open world, like, campaign and, like, story and stuff to play.
Because Nintendo likes to play it safe.
I mean, to be fair, considering that comparison, Mario Kart does gangbusters anyway. I mean, why mess with an already perfect foundation?
Why put in the extra effort?
Well, fingers crossed then that in this new era of trying weird wonder crap and seeing what happens, let's hope that maybe they'll do maybe Mario Kart 9 or X or whatever it's going to be next will be like...
Watch as Mario Kart decides to take more cues from the likes of Diddy Kong Racing and Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transporter with how it handled vehicle modifications.
I will get a Mario Kart RPG before I get a Mario and Luigi RPG again, I swear.
I mean, we are getting a Super Mario RPG before we get a Mario and Luigi.
Well, then it's the fact that like two.
Oh, God!
Oh boy, two of the three.
That was
major-
the oil.
Yeah, but it's just the fact that no, you're fine. It's just the fact that like two of the three major Mario RPGs are coming back. Hopefully, we'll get a third one soon. But yeah, actually, let's try to dial back to Diddy here. Why don't we talk a bit about for the three people that are unawares? How about we talk about what exactly is the core of the Diddy racing?
The core of the Diddy Racing is as follows. You hold down the A button for the ignition, the R button is to drift, B button for brakes, and the Z button to unleash your items. Honestly, not that dissimilar to Mario Kart. The primary difference with Diddy Kong Racing, though, is that, well, for now we're only really riding on the go-kart, but certain racetracks will ask you to use other modes of transportation like airplanes and hovercrafts.
I'd just like to point out that we completely lapped Scrimblow and Bimblow,
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck their names are.
If you know what you're doing with this game, because there's some neat little secrets that this game has to offer, you can literally blaze through the competition in no time flat.
Like,
This is definitely one of the more accessible kart racers out there, even today.
well, speaking of
Because
accessible,
it doesn't ask that much from the player aside from, do what comes naturally. To turn on the ignition. Let go of it when you're on a zipper. Or sometimes you can even, cut the brakes when you absolutely need to.
wait,
It's kinda
take your
wild,
gas
like-
off the pedal when you're zipping?
Yeah, like it's kind of wild that like if you are not accelerating as you hit this, you actually get a
Whoa!
much faster boost of speed than you would if you were holding the A button while going over it, like there.
Like right there, I was holding down the ignition. But when I let go, you go zooming like this.
Holy shit!
This also applies when you use a speed balloon.
It is there are speed runs of this game are wild to see what people can do with this speed.
It's definitely...
Man, who needs another F-Zero game when you got Diddy Kong Racing?
I mean, funny you bring that up nowadays, considering we have F-099 now.
Oh my god!
Hey guys,
Are you going to lap all of them?
Smell you later, shitheels.
I think we will. And lap.
Hi, Timber. Bye, Timber.
Holy shit!
Are you sure you didn't pick easy difficulty?
There is no difficulties.
Yeah, there's no difficulty selection. Like, what you see is what you get.
And when when you bring up difficulties, stay tuned for the bosses.
I mean, that's also fair. The game is taking it easy on you. It's having its inhibitor rings on.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, one of these times Taj descends from the sky with his flying carpet. I just want him to fly over to Diddy Kong and go, holy shit!
Now,
Oh
we do
my-
have enough balloons to actually take to attack on the next race. Though, as you notice, I actually, you could easily just come in here with only one balloon, and you'd have up to 4 by this point, leaving you locked out of this. So you'd be required to actually exit the Dino Domain hub and search for more balloons out in the overworld.
Okay. Which again, I did.
And sometimes you get interrupted by Taj.
I challenge you to a race.
You must race me around the island. I like a zoo.
Alakazee!
Yeah, that's fine.
Look at some.
Quote copywritten by Pokemon Company.
Just follow the flags, and that's all you need to do. For now, we just have to... All we're really doing here is we're just doing zoomies, like literal circle zoomies all across this here hub.
Oh, that's adorable. Diddy has the zoomies.
When I was little, I thought that the flags served as collectibles that you had to collect on the way to just doing it, but no,
you were like
they're more like
pinning every single
checkpoints.
one.
Yeah, they're just there to guide you, that's all.
Make sure you're going the right direction.
But yeah, we got like these little miniature races around the island, and it's actually kind of cool.
I totally would believe that these would be things you'd have to collect along the way.
Oh, speaking of collecting along the way, just you wait until we get later on in the game.
Oh yeah, when we have to do with
Yeah.
coins and stuff.
There we go.
Hello there.
Take this as a reward. I'll see you later.
Bye-bye for now.
What did you give me? Whoosh!
Another balloon!
Oh boy,
That's nice of him.
it's got
Gotta go get it
away!
now. You gotta go get it. You gotta be quicker than that.
You got to be quicker
Actually,
than
while we're
that.
still out here, why don't we just go ahead and grab all the other gold balloons that are in the hub world? Because you can actually do that, like, right away.
Oh, that's I was about to say I forget like when you get to use the different vehicles because this is another thing that's kind of like crazy for when this game came out. Is I think this is
Free
the first
flight.
game that I remember that had multiple vehicles and multiple like traversal systems in the same racing game.
Oh, yeah, no, Diddy Kong Racing was the first to do it.
I had no fucking idea you could do that with a plane.
Oh yeah, you can do tricks and things. And actually, fun fact, that is actually part of speed running. Is you do barrel rolls left and right, and you can keep crazy speed if you do that into a boost.
Oh,
Huh.
So I would recommend giving that a shot if you want to see what the hell happens if you do a. So yeah, try doing a next time you get that chance to do a barrel roll into a boost, and just
Oh, jeez.
Huh.
yeah,
Oh,
see
there
what
it is.
happens. But oh,
Gerber, gerber.
so you mentioned this was your happy place, James. What was it like discovering this game and playing it?
I couldn't even begin to say how it all started. Like, I know, like, the N64 was pretty much my go-to console back in the whole 5th generation of gaming. Even more so than the PlayStation. Like, I wouldn't experience that shit till the PS2.
Right.
Well, it's sort of. But, yeah, no, like, the N64 was pretty much my bread and butter back in the day. And at some point or another, I did discover Diddy Kong Racing. Like, I think I was already vaguely familiar with the character of Diddy Kong by that point, and I thought, oh, this looks kind of fun, I'll give it a shot. And I mean, I loved how colorful it was, and I just liked how it handled, even more so than even Mario Kart at the time.
And now you know the rest of the story.
Something, I don't know what it is. I don't know what crazy, like, magic also... Oh, we'll talk my favorite song in the game.
Same here. Well, actually, one of my favorite songs. There's a lot of really good music in this game.
Let me listen to this song.
Composed by the legendary David Wise.
Hell yeah.
Literally, this was pretty much just his pickup project after he was booted out of Project Dream.
He had a dream.
He had a dream and he took it far with this game.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say he outright got booted. It's just more so a matter by that point, Grant Kirkhope was put on the project, and that just left David Wise to do something else in the meantime. That being Diddy Kong Racing.
So I want to ask, because we've been seeing it picking him up here and there. This game, I know there are some games that do it too, but as far as I know, this is the first one to do it. This game takes a very interesting turn in terms of how it handles pickups.
Yep, so there are balloons of multiple colors. Like the red ones give you missiles, the blue ones give you a speed boost, green ones give you oil slicks or landmines, you name it. If you collect multiple of the same color, then you can power them up like this. You can power them up to at least 3 times, and obviously once you reach that third level, especially with the speed boost, have fun with those epic zoomies.
Holy! Approaching sound barrier!
Pretty much. Try that.
Like,
Try that.
How Sonic?
Whoa! Whoa! Okay, not the one up and down, but the when you next get a chance, the side to side ones. I've seen people go crazy with those ones.
Gotcha.
I think I have to double check.
I mean, I know already a good handful of this game's tech. It's just that's one in particular I never actually considered trying.
I didn't even realize this game had tech until now.
Oh, dude, the speedruns of this game, I'm not expecting James to do this, but the speedruns of this game, literally, sometimes you can actually, like, go so fast, you literally clip out of bounds, and then you can do the race, like, on the inside of the level geometry to hit those same flags to go faster. It's nuts.
Ooh.
So now that we cleared every track of Dino Domain, we now have permission to do the boss race. And this is where things start getting a little hectic.
This is the part where the game says, alright, champ, I hope you've enjoyed the power fantasy. Time for me to clip them nuts.
You.
I mean, at least these bosses are, like, chill enough. Also, hi, Tricky.
Maybe flick those nuts was the better option.
Flick would be more appropriate. Yeah, that's Tricky. Like, the same Tricky that would later become a little boy in Star Fox Adventures.
Wait, what?
He doesn't like to talk about it.
He doesn't like to talk about his reverse aging experiments.
But yeah, usually, most
Or maybe this could be considered humble beginnings.
But yeah, in a boss
Not
race,
humble
it
beginnings,
is
fucking,
basically...
never mind.
They're fine. So a boss race is, as it says on the box, you are racing a big boss. Sometimes they'll have their own custom courses, other times not, but...
I think all of them do have a custom course.
They do.
Oh, nice.
Like, you never actually do race on, like, another predetermined course. Like, they always have something new in store for you. Like when you're racing Tricky, you're literally on Spiral Mountain.
I think it is actually referred to in-game as Spiral Mountain.
Well, it should be. I love it.
Or, like, in lore or whatever.
But now, the thing you want to be very mindful of and careful is that... Oh, dear.
Hello.
That...
I'm taking a shortcut.
Very nice.
Yeah, one thing you want to be very careful about, especially in the later bosses, is that they're almost always going to cheat and will take a head start ahead of you at the very start. You
Yeah.
gotta play catch-up.
They cheat worse during the rematch because, yeah, we're going to have to race this guy again, but...
Oh, really?
The first race doesn't really count. It's just a preliminary.
It's a lore mode.
Oh, I forgot that they do that crap where it's like, alright, demand a rematch! And you just have to do it. You gotta honor it.
Well, no, it's more like...
You did pretty good this time. Let's see how well you are after I fucking torment you with collected coins.
You know, that's like the one thing that I will give TCR over this. Like, TCR has its own bad bits of, like, re-going through levels and whatnot. At least they don't have you refight the boss fights in that game.
Also, I love how you outright called it TCR. I suppose CTR.
CTR, my bad. I've
Team
proven
Crash
many-
Racing. Honestly, that's a nice ring to it.
Has it not been proven many times that I'm kind of an idiot?
Nah, you're fine.
Relax, dude.
And now we need even more balloons!
So let's get right
Yep.
back to it. So your thoughts, James? So what are your thoughts, James, on the recycling the game does occasionally?
Not the biggest fan of it, but I can also sort of understand why they had to do it, because, if you just went through the game, as normal, go through like, every single track and do the boss, like, once, this would be a very short game. Like,
Yeah.
much shorter than it already is.
It'd be over in less than an hour.
Ooh.
So I can understand why they did it. On the other hand, sometimes these silver coin challenges can be a little dickish.
Well, I forget. Like, do they ever do something? Do they ever pull the move of having coins on different paths and like branches?
Yes.
There are some times where they do, yes.
Do they only have a set amount of coins on each track?
Yes.
Only 8.
Only 8.
Ugh.
Afterwards, just go nuts.
Wouldn't be a rare game without some annoying collectible.
If I remember right, if you do get hit by an opponent's item, you do drop coins, I think.
You don't. You don't lose your coins. You lose bananas, though. Which,
Okay, so what do the bananas do?
Which I'll say right up front, I have no idea what the point of those bananas are. Like, I always used to think that, like, the more you collect, the more, like, speed you get, but I barely notice a difference on that front.
Oh yeah, because other games.
I'd imagine it'd raise your top speed.
I mean, it makes sense because like other games do that.
I figured it would have been like along the lines of like how a CT, I did it right that time, CTR handles like the Wumpa fruit, where it's like you get 10 of them, they supercharge your next power-up.
Right, like the Wumpa fruit, like, that was clear as day what those do. It's just that Diddy Kong Racing, on the other hand, kind of doesn't really, it's not really all that clear. And I think it's funny, too, because if I remember correctly, during prototypes, there weren't even bananas. They were more like they were coins with the rare insignia.
Also, silver coins.
Essentially.
Let's see. So,
More so the coins that you see in the DS version of Diddy Kong Racing.
Ugh.
so according to this, apparently the entire point is that it does increase your speed by a very small amount. But like,
Is it your top speed, or...?
no, I guess yeah, your top speed. However, as you know, as I guess developers themselves even have noted, even if you collect a max of 10 bananas, it doesn't really change all that much. So much so that there is actually a cheat. This game has a cheat system, which is fun. And if you were to input the cheat Vitamin B for banana, you can actually remove that 10 banana limit and collect far more than just 10. And suddenly, once you get up to like 20 and 30 bananas, suddenly you start to notice a real big difference. You can also put on a cheat called bogus bananas that makes it so that the bananas actually work in negative values.
So it makes you slower.
Yeah, the
Oh,
more you
shit,
collect,
ow.
the slower you become. And there is another cheat.
Also, it's Sonic XL.
You slow down to a crunch.
You gotta be careful with that. Beyond that, the only other, I mean, I could look up all the cheats all day because there's a lot. They're fun. But I miss when developers would do this. Just have fun with them.
Yeah. One noteworthy cheat that I was actually considering before we did this playthrough, but decided against, is that there is one called Joint Venture, which allows you and a friend to literally do the story mode together.
Like co-op?
Yeah, sort of. It's a matter of like one player. You can only have one player going around the hub world at a time, but during races, both players can compete.
But James, I quickly realized that I suck, or I'm not as good. I'm better than the AI sometimes, but I have yet to achieve the mastery that he has. Yeah,
Well, I mean, so far it seems that the AI for this game is kind of dumb as rocks.
Oh, just you wait. Actually, I'll be right back.
No worries. We're still just in the middle of silver coin hunting, which hopefully shouldn't be too much longer because there's only 2 races left.
I also remember really enjoying this game when I was little aesthetically, only because, like, when you look at the back of the cart that you're driving, it looks like a little angry face. Grrr! You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, like the stands for the back fin kind of look like eyebrows.
Yeah.
The things that hold the fin together.
It's the determined kind of driving.
These cars know that Diddy Kong Racing is serious business.
Yeah. Take no prisoners. Ow.
Ow! Fucking tiger!
Case in point.
Fuck him up!
Yeah, go get Blueberry!
Yeah, get blue
Oh, well, I have one more lap after this, and I already got every other coin, so may as well start hauling ass.
Yeah, just fuck him
I
up.
help.
Whee! Yahoo! Also, why do they use a radioactive symbol for the shield?
Good question. I guess because it's really that powerful?
It's radiation! You don't want to mess with that thing. I mean, what do you think's causing the bananas to float and spin in place?
Magic.
No, it's radiation, you dumbass!
Well, no, I have it. Is that like Diddy becomes like irradiated, and when anyone hits him, he pretty much intoxicates them.
He fucking kills them.
I mean, it is funny too, consider that this is the same monkey. Well, yeah, the same spider monkey who pals around with a gorilla who both swam in toxic sea together once.
I thought he was a chimp.
Nope, Diddy Kong is a spider monkey. He has a tail.
Right. Yeah, Dixie's the one that's a chimp.
Then why is this thing called Chimpy Charge?
Alliteration.
Because, listen, during the 90s, and I mean even beforehand for all I care, nobody
Because
really knew the
game
difference
developers weren't that smart.
no one. Well, it's just a matter that it was never well documented the proper difference between chimps and apes.
Okay.
Or well, more so the difference between apes, and the monkeys, because monkeys are a much different breed. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Hot top volcano.
Well, now we're on to
It's just
thing.
that it kind of just became like what's the word? A rite of passage to lump the two together.
Rite of passage.
I mean, heck, look at fucking Ape Escape, which has
Chimpanzees.
the game often keeps calling them they keep calling the people monkeys, even though they're technically not monkeys. They're chimpanzees.
How is that a rite of passage?
Like, honestly, like, even with the title is also misleading, because if you want to be more accurate, it should be called Chimp Escape.
Well, I mean, chimps are technically. I think aren't chimps technically apes?
I just thought that there was, like, a clear distinction, you know, like what we were talking about with DK and Diddy.
Well, I mean, as far as I can remember, like, if anyone is actually watching this and wants to get into the technicals, by all means, put it down in the comments. It's just that, as far as I can remember, I always figured like those within the ape category consist of chimpanzees and gorillas, like the tailless monkeys, or the tailless types.
Oh, like greater apes?
Whereas if you have a tail, then you're not then you're a monkey by proxy.
Let's see, there are New World apes, there are Great Apes,
Great ape.
there are Kongs, there are Dongs,
I don't want to talk about their dongs.
there are Tongs, there's Tiki Tong, nobody likes that guy.
I have no idea who that is.
Exactly.
You know, the boss from Donkey Kong Country Returns, Tiki.
The final boss.
Oh, Tiki Tom, that's right. Damn, I completely forgot.
Shows how much of a memorable final boss that guy was.
I mean, I can remember him. I just don't usually commit his name to memory.
Oh, come on, he's a Tiki and he tongs.
Well, I was about to say, like, I'll give James a bit of slack. Like, outside of the one level, it's never, like, outright said if the guy has a name or not.
Is he really that hard to memorize? He's such a memorable character. I swear.
Well, it's almost like I don't commit too much. It's almost like I don't, commit my life to playing that game every fucking year.
Justice for Tinky Tang. I can't even remember his name now. Fuck off.
Even though we were just talking about him.
Alright, I cleared your challenge, you tricky dinosaur. Now it's time for a rematch.
Not just any kind of rematch, but a special rematch to see who's the fastest.
And the biggest cheater.
What we need is an entry fee.
Bye!
What we need is an entry fee of exactly 1 Chaos Emerald. Yes, we know there's only 7 of them in the entire Devil Am world. What about it?
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Diddy Kong would not even recognize an emerald when he sees it. Probably think it's just like a fucking ring pop without the ring.
So naturally, during these rematch races, the bosses get a pretty significant speed boost, and I mean, in certain cases, they do have like a little stage gimmick to back them up, like all those pylons we passed through, or these stone pillars.
Those stone pillars. Wait, were they in the original version? Of course?
Yeah, they were in the original version. They just weren't as frequent.
But thankfully, I've already got a pretty decent lead on it, and hopefully it can stay that way. And just be careful and don't, zoom too far, because after a while, you kind of don't want to go too fast on this road.
Yeah, it's hard to keep upright when there's no sidebars.
Yeah, save it
You
when
don't
you
want
get
to
to the
fall
shortcut.
down.
Speaking of which,
Right, maybe a good time to use that shortcut.
Yeah, he's kind of on your ass right
What?
now.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh, what?
Hello?
Hold the fuck up.
Did he
What?
penalize
Oh,
you?
He's on the
right!
right.
He doesn't let you use the shortcut!
Sorry, Diddy, you cheated. Try that again.
Be a real gamer this time.
I'm the only one that can cheat.
I haven't even begun to cheat.
Or maybe it's
should not
because he
do
has
so.
no sense of object permanence because he's a big dumb dinosaur.
I take offense to that dumb remark.
So, like, he's like, hey, where'd you go? You left the race? Oh,
Okay.
man, we're going to have to start over.
That constitutes a redo, because
Yeah, I was about to say that is.
yeah, if you don't do this a very specific way, there's no chance at catching up with Tricky. I mean, honestly, it's funny, too, because I think what ended up happening is that I think something about the way I was using the... Ah, shit, he's gonna catch up. But, anyway, I was about to use a double, oh, shit.
Oh man.
Aw, come
double,
on!
oh, shit.
Oh no, with
Stupid
with
trees.
the
Yeah, no, I'm screwed.
Oh,
Or
son
wait!
of a-
Yeah! Fuck you!
Suck it!
Oh, that was rough.
Thank you, rubber banding.
Dumb fucking dinosaur.
I beat you
Wow.
fair and square now.
What the fuck was that?
Now that's what I call a come-from-behind victory, kid. Well done.
What?
Can we not try the trophy challenge?
What's the purpose of the trophy challenge?
We can get more into that later because, yeah, I'm not gonna do the trophy challenge just yet. But, hey, he gives us this as a little prize.
We need all three to confront.
No,
the
there are
big
3
man.
more. That means we need 4 of them.
There are 4 pieces.
I don't follow.
Sorry, I only know about
do
1 piece. I don't know about 4
Do your
pieces.
math.
Now they all say double balloons on them.
It just means we got all two balloons on the courses.
Yeah.
And since we technically lifted the curse from Tricky, now he's a good dinosaur now.
Dinosaur.
Good on him.
There was a curse
So
on
wait,
him?
But yeah,
Before we leave, what else can be in this level hub area?
well, that's where if you approach that thingy over there, you can activate. You can start the trophy race, which we're not going to do just yet. I'm honestly going to leave that for a later session. And over here is where we can reach the door to our special challenge,
The special challenge.
By a mountain.
otherwise known as this game's
Battle mode.
versus. Yeah, pretty much this game's battle mode.
Okay, well, I mean, this doesn't look too bad. We just need to collect some eggs and bring them into our lava zone.
This one, I'll admit, is honestly my least favorite of the 4.
It's a little... Picking up the eggs is a little bit testy. Sometimes it doesn't work with you.
It's not even so much the matter of picking it up, it's just a matter of once you put it in your nest, you gotta wait for it to hatch, and that leaves ample time for some of the other races to try to steal it from you.
Right.
Oh, so they actually can't take it from other people's nests. Oh,
Yeah.
tipped up.
I mean, it's an interesting little gameplay gimmick, but, like...
It's an interesting gimmick, it's just one of those things where, like, this could go... If you had really bad luck, this can go a while.
Oh, I see one of them hatched.
Yep, one of them hatched, which means that is a point for me. Now it's just a matter of seeing what other wily some of the... Oh!
What the hell?
Somebody stole it!
Oh, crap!
Quick, I think it was,
Which one's the dirty bastard?
it was the mousy.
It was Pipsy!
Bitsy.
And Tip Top already got it.
How dare!
Oh, I see. So it's... Okay, so I see. So it's... Oh, Banjo's got one.
Banjo's got one.
Get Banjo.
But I see. So it's faint if it hasn't hatched yet. It's solid if
Yoink.
it hasn't hatched.
There we go.
Oh,
Yep.
Mitzi's got another one in her
Ah,
clutches.
crap.
Can you take multiple eggs at once, or you can only take one?
You can only take one at a time.
And keep an eye on the map to make sure that stupid mouse
Oh,
doesn't
Banjo's
take
got
it from
another
you.
one.
I know one of these eggs is Kazooie.
Yeah, I'd say...
Oh, here comes Tip Top!
Tip Top's about to grab it. Okay, that I got 2 now.
Alright, go for Mitzi. Oh, no, alright.
Take it from Tip Top!
Hang on, but this one is...
Or
Oh, no,
Mitzi.
Banjo's got it.
Now Banjo has it.
I mean, as long as the egg didn't hatch, you could still take it from the other players.
Alright, Banjo's landed. I repeat, Banjo has landed.
The bear has landed.
Whoa, Operation White.
Oh,
You piece of shit!
Shoot him down!
That was great. Oh
Now, does the
no!
egg break? Now, does the egg break from doing
One
that?
more eggs.
Alright.
It probably does break.
Okay, hurry. We need to get this to our nest now because Mitzi back
Uh-oh,
has
here comes
3.
Mitzi.
Oh shit!
Nipsey's gonna win!
No!
Okay, abort the egg.
Banjo saved you!
Phew.
Okay, let's get another egg and let's start this quickly.
Yeah, we really gotta win. We're in it to win it, baby.
Honestly, yeah, no, at this point,
Yeah, just like hover around
Oh.
here.
wait,
Is
he didn't
this
land
the,
in the
like-
nest.
Oh boy.
Banjo?
Nipsey's coming. Oh, wait, no.
No, say,
Damn it, mine already got stolen.
I was gonna say that.
Wait,
it didn't,
what?
It almost, it
Oh, no,
almost
you
looked
didn't
like,
drop
it
it.
almost looked like it didn't even land in the nest, but... Alright. Okay, we just
Oh,
need to put
shit.
this here, and then we just
Okay,
need to
now
dump
guard.
Mitzi's right now.
Tip
and
Top, you
if,
piece of shit.
if we can dump
Come on,
Mitzi's,
come on,
then
come
we
on,
got
come on,
this.
come on, come on! Yeah!
Okay, now get back
I
to
got
it.
it.
Now
Hang
Pipsy
on.
stole your egg!
Okay,
She stole yours in return.
Piece of shit!
but honestly, not, at this point, there. Put that in. We missed.
Oof! Oh no!
Damn it.
Now the turtle got it!
Alright, get after Mitzi again.
Damn it, Pipsy.
He's still Pipsy, not Mitzi. I'm thinking of another game. Oh, but now Banjo's catching up, so, okay. Okay,
Uh-oh.
Banjo's... Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
Are you
We
fucking
need to,
serious?
okay, we need to,
Oh no!
we need to steal an
Just
egg
pull them
from
off their
both of them if
nests.
we want to win. So steal
Oh,
Pipsy's
man.
first.
Son of
No,
a
Banjo's
bitch.
got it. Okay, go to Banjo.
Banjo's got that one.
Oh no, Banjo. Okay, so okay, honestly, at this point, just play defense. Play defense. You got.
You win!
Oh, that was honestly funny.
Oh my lord!
I was.
Congratulations, Diddy Kong. You have your official certified motherhood.
You know, I may call this one of my least favorites, but that's only just because, you know, I kind of want to get a move on, but man, this things get interesting when, you know, things get that close.
For sure.
I mean, it is pretty fun from like a multiplayer standpoint.
It's also probably the most unique of them, because two of them are just straight out, like, free-for-alls, and then another one is another collectathon involving bananas.
I forget about that one.
Well, we'll get to that one at some point or another, but yeah, aside from the trophy race, we're more or less all good with Dino Domain for now, so we may as well go ahead and mosey on now to here.
Excuse me,
So where to next?
Why don't I
Or shit open!
Push!
Sorry. Sometimes you gotta give the switch. Now what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting something?
Yes.
By the way, I need you for the race.
It's time to try out our new vehicle type.
I'd like to talk to you about your extended car warranty.
The hovercraft is okay, but
It's
I
very
feel like
slippy-slidey.
it doesn't change enough. I think.
Yeah, it's very, what's the word? It's very floaty.
I like it.
I mean, it's meant
personally.
to be wave race, stuff, but like, I don't know. My complaint is that apart from slidier physics, it doesn't really control as well as it doesn't feel as different from the car than say the plane feels incredibly different. It's a whole new mode of transportation. This kind of, I don't know. It would have.
I mean, technically it can go on both road and water, but I guess that just comes at the cost of some control.
Well, I guess it's
Right.
also just
I
a
mean,
matter of
your
like,
motor is
I
your
guess
motor
it's
is
also just a matter
effectively
of,
just a
like-
fan. Oh, sorry, you go.
Well, I was about to say to kind of like defend what Logan's point is. I guess it's also just a matter of like what else could you really do to help make this feel more diverse from the other two?
I don't know. I'm honestly trying to think like what could be done. See, I mean, driving is self-explanatory. Plane traversal is fun. What's another vehicle type that feels distinct enough from the other two to be worth an entire new slot? Like
A unicycle?
Jetpack?
a jetpack? No, but the jetpack
Well,
could
wouldn't that be too
be
similar
controlled,
to
like, in the
airplane?
air. Right, it'd be at the. I was gonna say submarine, but submarine would, let's be honest, just be the plane but underwater.
Exactly. It's
Ah,
like
actually.
when you really think about it, there's only real like two major modes of transportation: ground vehicles and aerial vehicles. That's really all there is to it.
I mean, wouldn't you like to see Diddy Kong and company ride unicycles?
You know what? I thought of one.
Oh, you know
maybe-
what? No. They can't do that. Nintendo already got in trouble with Pixar for that.
They did?
Yeah, look up Unicycle. You look up Uniracer for the Super Nintendo.
Wait.
Oh, you're talking about the. Is it because it was like the or am I thinking of something else?
It sounds
Never mind.
familiar, but I.
Yeah, right,
You know
there-
what I was thinking? I was thinking of the fucking Pixar short,
Change me
like
back.
a unicycle juggling shapes or
Now that I think
whatever.
about it. Now that we're done with One Hub World, I'm actually feeling in the mood to swap to somebody else.
Oh.
Ooh.
Diddy can go ahead and take a banana break for now, because now I'm going to switch to somebody else.
But who?
You know what? It's his home. Let's pick Timber next.
Is there any way to find out what the stats of any of these guys are?
Supplementary material, because the game itself never tells you.
Aw.
Supplementary material, or I don't know, use the DS game as reference.
Yeah, the DS game does list stats for what that's worth. Otherwise, you'd have to look in the instruction manual, or just test them out for yourself. Like you got your characters that are lighter than all get out, like Pipsy and Tip Top. You got the standards like Timber and Diddy, and then you got the
Hey!
heavyweights like what's up?
The Whiz Pig head is starting to look weird now. We got those amulet pieces.
Looks oddly organic.
He's got some of his flesh back.
That's kind of scary, actually.
That's a bit weird to think about.
When we complete the whole thing, I'm actually honestly astonished they were able to animate something that big and that smoothly when it happens. But anyhow,
I know.
So where's our next hub?
Now, we have about 14 gold balloons, so we honestly have access to the Icelands and the tropics. Because the game lists the tropics as second, even though you need more balloons by comparison, we're going to go ahead and head on over to the tropics.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, time for Water World Central.
The water actually looks really good for the N64.
I think so.
I mean, it's almost like it's a Nintendo-approved game that has really good water physics.
Well, not even just that, but it's just the fact that, like, I know it's been said by a lot of gamers, but, like, Rare was definitely no slouch when it came to pushing the N64 to its limits.
I've been talking to a lot of gamers. All the gamers on the N64, on the forums.
No, I mean, you're right. Like honestly, like, every one of their games, I feel like they did something that was really, like, I don't know.
Oh
like,
god, you're going at hyperspeed on
well,
the upper
it's one of those things, like, that genuinely, I think that it makes an argument that, to some extent, even more so than Nintendo, I feel like the Nintendo 64 was, like, that was Rare's, like, stomping grounds to, like, do all sorts of cool stuff with it.
I understood half of what you just said.
Saying that, like, that apart, like, you know, even though it was Nintendo's console, I straight up genuinely feel sometimes that the Nintendo 64 was Rare's console, that they just, like, went nuts on the thing, and, like, that you have Banjo-Kazooie, then they, like, elevated it with a Metroidvania open world adventure, Banjo-Tooie. You have the sheer amount of content and scope that Donkey Kong 64 had. You have this
For
game
better or
that,
worse.
honestly, for better or worse, you have this game that added water physics for Wave Racer, added in plane controls, added in racing tracks, added in very nice sounding soundtrack.
Oh, the soundtrack for this game is great.
Runs at a pretty solid 60 frames at almost any moment.
30,
No,
30,
30.
30.
30
Occasionally
frames,
dips down to like 24 or 12.
I take that back. Screw the game and its limiting.
Well, no.
features.
Is this the first game that Rareware did for the console?
Actually, no. The first game that they did for the console was Killer Instinct Gold.
Huh.
Oh,
Wasn't that a 2D game, though?
Yeah, well, it was a 3D... technically, it was a 2D fighter with 3D backgrounds. Very primitive-looking 3D backgrounds.
Ah, so this is their official first attempt at a 3D game.
Rare's whole history with the N64 is honestly a pretty wild one, even going beyond what was actually already finished. Like, hell, if you want a proper example of that, look at the entire development of Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah?
No joke, whenever I played this course as a kid, I would deliberately go to the helm of the ship, or, like, just drive around the ship. Like, even if I didn't even have the car, I would just... I don't know, if I didn't have the hovercraft, I would just go into the water and just, I don't know, float about.
Also, golly gee, I almost forgot about the key to this place.
The key?
It's over here.
Oh, that's actually really well hidden.
Yes, it is. And now I gotta drive all the way back.
Also, I like how the wheels for the car inflate when you're in the water.
It's a
Oh,
cute detail.
I never noticed that.
I only noticed that in the DS version of the game.
Ah,
I'm
Well, I
glad to
guess-
see that
yeah.
in this version too.
that's
Can
good.
you make a comeback?
One way to find out.
whoa! So out of all the hubs, or I should say, all of the theming in this game, what is your favorite set of tracks or levels?
Honestly, I'd probably go with the last one. The second to last one we'll be going to, which is what's it called, Dragon Village.
Enchanted Forest?
Oh, all the medieval stuff.
Yeah.
Man, Diddy Kong here is just not giving you the time of day. Whoa!
Ow.
Now he is.
Did that hit you or Diddy?
Listen, Diddy was doing his damnedest to hold up to his title.
Oh, did he do it?
Ah, shit.
Oh
I
no!
fucked.
Son of a
Ah,
bitch!
well.
You know what? Fuck it, I'll show it.
So we did it. We did a good day. We finished in the
Tuned.
top 3, aren't we? A good boy, Taj.
No.
It's either first or bust.
Oh.
Try again.
Try again.
Yep, try again. I mean, on the bright side, I got the key, so I mean that more or less alleviates all the issue of trying to catch up.
Okay, so it's just a matter of, like, once you get the key, it just remembers it being gained. You don't have to win the race with the key in order to, like, actually get it.
That's right.
Oh yeah, like you can literally go into the track, pick up the key, and then just leave through the pause menu, and it'll treat it as though you did collect it.
Thank
You know what,
goodness.
that
I
is
always
really
appreciate that. I always appreciate it when a game does that, 'cause otherwise
Good
it's just...
collectathon design right there, in fact.
Agreed.
Which is why
Whoa.
Banjo-Kazooie not
I
tracking
did it
the amount of
again.
notes you get
Yeah,
for any level is a pain in the ass. And why it gets a 0 out of 20 for me.
I taught her how to tell a joke, and she punked me.
What?
It's a quote from Steve Bloom's character in freaking Bee and Puppy Cat.
Oh! Man, I haven't seen that show in a while.
It's a good, it's a fun show,
I don't doubt it.
but I keep forgetting who's the one responsible for Bee and Puppy Cat.
Natasha Allegri?
What else has she done? Because I know her style is familiar.
What?
She's worked on Fiona and Cake and Adventure Time.
Right, like I remember them being in Adventure Time.
Along with, I think she also worked on Bravest Warriors.
That would explain it then. Okay. Which all I remember Bravest Warriors for was for just being Adventure Time, but ostensibly
But in
adult.
space!
And that
Ostensibly, what again?
adult.
Okay.
Like they would have more like mature like jokes or like I guess twists or something in it.
And also had, like, its own brand of silly crap.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like comparing regular show with Close Enough, or whatever that other show's called.
Yeah, close
that's
enough.
close
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Yeah.
I need to watch that show some more.
Well, you can't watch Close Enough anymore.
Son of a bitch!
Yeah.
Like, did we watch all the episodes or only some of them?
I did. I don't know if we all did as a group, but I know that at least between me, Doug, and I think a couple of people, at some point on this server, I did watch every episode before it was removed from Max, but it has now been removed from Max.
I've only seen a couple of episodes, and I want to watch more.
Because what's the point of having a streaming service that actually functions as the thing we have marketed it as?
What's the point of having a full library of shows for people to binge and use our service, like to pay for it, if we're just gonna get rid of all the shows they want to watch?
What's that you say? Infinite streaming space isn't technically a thing?
Ooh.
Say what? You guys like this actually artistically intuitive show that we've got cooking? Fuck you, more Big Mouth.
I don't like Big Mouth. Why do they keep bringing it back? You think they would have run out of things to talk about with
Yeah.
Big Mouth? Like, at its core, it seemed like a neat idea. Like,
Because it's cheap and easy to reproduce.
well, yeah, because they're all puppets.
We should also reiterate, because we have heard stories, like, when we say this, we're more so mad at the executives that keep approving Big Mouth stuff, not the Big Mouth crew itself.
No, I'm kind of mad at them. Like, it's at least like 20% mad at them. They could say no.
Well, I
Whoa.
mean, to be
Yeah.
fair, that's basically saying, like, no to a paycheck. Like, are you really gonna say no to something that'll basically, pay your light bill for the month?
It depends. How dirty is the money?
How dirty is Big Mouth?
It's very adult. It's adult animation.
Then it's
You
that
read
level
it-
of dirty in terms of money.
I guess. My biggest problem with it is that the character models just don't look appealing to. They have these really big,
Oh,
like,
it's
vacant
an ugly
glass
art style, I'll
eyes.
give you
It's,
that.
it's a disgusting art style. I hate it.
But like, but I understand. I like what they're going for with it. Like the premise of it being, it's telling
Growing
the
up
story of,
sucks.
and telling the story of like puberty. It's basic. Let's be honest. For some reason, it reminds me honestly a lot of Brace Face.
God, that's a name I haven't heard of in a long ass time.
I think my
too.
sister had that on DVD. I think.
But yeah, honestly,
really.
like, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with, like, a more slice-of-life, like, animated show that tries to deal with, more, for lack of a better word, bodily topics like that. Because, that's something that I feel like is maybe not to the extent of Big Mouth. That was something that was very rampant back in the 2000s. There were, like, a lot of, like, kind of like slice of life animation that was out there. A lot of it coming from Canada, of all people. But it's like, just the way Big Mouth does it. It's like, it's one of these
It's
bigger
ugly.
examples of why I'm not the biggest fan of adult comedies. I know there are exceptions that are very good. Like, I know a lot of people swear by the Harley Quinn show, even though from what I've seen, I'm still not a big fan of its sense of humor. But I know it does have more going for it than that. But in the case of Big Mouth, it's just no.
I mean, at the very least, Harley Quinn has some amount of artistic integrity.
I mean, let's just say it as it is. It's not easy to do an adult-oriented animation, especially if you're going for a more what's the word? Intentionally unappealing art style. Or just something that's a little more out there. I mean, heck, look at The Simpsons. Now that, like, how that started up to where it is now.
I just realized that the car is supposed to be a shoe.
Well, it's one of those things where if the visual style is not going to, if the visual style isn't going to like do the heavy lifting, you need to have something to back it up. And it's like,
Right.
I don't know. It's apart from maybe something like Close Enough, and maybe you could. And I remember also really liking. Oh, hang on, I will allow us to meet our first. This is one of the first bosses I truly did not like.
Oh, this asshole.
Easily my least favorite boss in the whole game. The way he talks is kind of cool, though.
He's an alien in the guise of an octopus.
Actually, it's funny you bring that up, because there's at least one boss I know of that's an actual alien.
Whoa!
Yeah, Whizpig.
Exactly, the head honcho.
No, Whizpig's a wizard and a pig!
Ow,
That's
jeez.
that's not an alien.
Ow.
And this guy likes to drop mines everywhere.
Yeah, he does not play fair, and I mean,
He's an asshole.
Also, doesn't help either that you're stuck with hovercraft, so that's going to take some getting used to.
Oh, and I
Hope
did-
you
I-
like drifting!
Well, see, I was gonna say I don't think we even mentioned it. Yeah, the hovercraft cannot drift.
It can't drift.
So
It can bounce, but that's about all it can do.
It's very bouncy.
we need to pop him in the back.
And that, in fact, that's why I consider the hovercraft one of my favorite vehicle types in the game.
Yeah.
You know, from like a nostalgia standpoint, only because it's so funny and bouncy.
Perhaps.
But yeah, otherwise this boss sucks.
Yeah, you know what? I wish I had the kinds of boats that Sonic rode.
Yeah, they could turn into different vehicles.
I mean, say whatever you will about how it handled. I'd still say it handles much. It's easier to get a grip on than this.
Question: can you fire rockets backward?
No.
No, you can't.
Crap.
So we want.
All
At this point, we just
projectiles are
want
only
to.
forward.
Well, at the very least, he's not in like super hyper turbo fucker mode. So
Nope,
Yes.
not now anyway.
Alright, let's save this for when we can hit a big jump.
or you know, just do it there.
Yeah, may as well. This one at least doesn't have a dead end, so you can catch up.
Yeah, like this whole place is pretty much just a circular. It's a circle.
It's a loop.
Yeah, exactly. It's a loop.
We did it. What do you do?
Find my buried treasure.
Give my doubloons. I dropped my pocket change off onto
Solid gold doubloons.
Actually, it's about $2.75 from the local vending machine.
It's like solid gold doubloons.
Actually, the silver doubloon.
They're just nickels.
Plastic.
They're just arcade tokens, my boy.
They won't even fit in the vending machine.
All this to the nth degree. Anyway, so in terms of adult animated shows, I don't know. It's like
Would you say Fiona and Cake is adult oriented?
Excuse me?
I definitely believe they slip in a lot of like wild stuff into the shows.
I'd say it's about as adult oriented.
I mean, dude, in the first episode, she strips down her pants, like, she pulls down her pants and gives, her boss a two-finger salute, so...
Yeah, she's quitting.
Yeah, she's literally flipping off her boss.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
one that I thought of, I don't know if it's like in the exact same vein of like adult animation that we're discussing, but one that I hear nothing but amazing things for that we probably do need to watch eventually, Primal.
Oh, Primal's really good.
I heard good things about Primal,
I need to see that. Yeah.
but I have not watched Primal.
I'm curious. Has that other show that Gendy Tartovsky been working
Unicorn?
on? Has that also has that been fully greenlit for a season yet?
I thought it was already out.
I mean, the first season aired already earlier this year.
Of the unicorn. What's it called? Unicorn
Yeah,
something?
Unicorn Warriors Eternal.
Okay.
It was alright.
All right.
I've barely even seen it. Like, I've been tempted to, it's just that I haven't really, gone out of my way to do it.
All
The
right.
art style is charming as fuck, though.
for sure.
Oh yeah, no, like, the art style is really cool.
I think yeah, that's fair. Are you how is, you know what? Speaking of adult animation, are either of you interested in that movie he's making, Fixed?
I'm curious about it, if nothing else.
I really don't know much about it.
So, so tell me what you are aware of.
Oh,
Because there
right,
isn't a lot
it's about the dog, right?
Yeah. And he wants to make a full, like, feature-length, 2D animated adult movie about a dog who
Got
Well,
fixed.
the title says it. I'm sure he's nervous about that.
I mean,
And ideally, the art style, what I've seen of it so far, like, the only thing that I will say is, like, I know it's part of the point of the movie, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised by its prominence, but it is still a little off-putting that I actually can't see the dogs.
Yep. Nope. That's life. That's just life.
Yeah, I mean, we see a dog's junk every day. Like,
Well, not every
how should
day.
this be any different?
Well, it also depends on if you have a boy dog or not.
For sure.
I'll put it this way. I remember back in like 2012 or 2013, I can't remember which year specifically. I went on like a school trip to Spain, and in the airport they had plushies for like this little mascot of a bull, and it was called That Toro, and it's a cute little chibi bull plushie, but has a noticeable pair of testicles.
Oh. And this wasn't like a tanuki, like it just was designed just for whatever reason. Give it.
Yeah, it was just designed with a pair of balls.
Oh,
As you do.
Yeah,
as you do, I
you
guess.
know, because bulls have big bowls.
You know what?
Okay, there's the last one.
It just makes me all the more thankful that Nintendo decides to not acknowledge that anytime they bring back Tanuki Mario.
Thank
Yeah.
goodness.
They honestly can't. They really can't.
No.
I mean, they spell it as TANOOKI when it's TANUKI.
I would
The
argue
most ridiculous
also-
part is that. Go ahead.
They're two different species, is what I'm trying to say.
I would argue probably the closest, and even then it's a stretch, that we have to maybe acknowledging it, is the fact that when the princesses wear it, they have like thick thighs.
Yeah, they have like little poofy dresses instead.
The funniest part, I should say, the most ridiculous part is that they can do all that, and PETA will still complain to them because PETA doesn't understand what a tanuki is and thinks that they're just skinning raccoons left and right.
Because PETA is a pizza shit.
Aha, clever. But in terms of I guess cycling back, the adult animated series, like it's a bummer because I really feel like I can count on like one hand the number of adult animated shows that actually I felt like A, could be maybe considered timeless, and B, are like, you know, successfully funny.
Oh, you skipped
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, no,
I know.
we'll catch it. We'll catch it around once we have a good lead.
I mean, would you really say that adult animated programming is like high in demand? You know, aside from like people, aside from like our like, not to sound cynical or anything, but in all fairness, the kind of audience they're aiming for is kind of niche. Because
Yeah.
not many people around our age really like think about cartoons anymore.
No.
And that's-
Yeah, no, like it's one of those things where like animation is a niche thing for adults in general, which is kind of why the whole the whole thing's been dying as of late.
It's part of the reason why there are so many goddamn live action. Well, part of the reason why there's so many goddamn live action.
You're not a grown-up unless you actually like watching yesterday's I don't know, Marvel movie.
You're not an adult if you can't look at a rock and say, "Dude, Pride Rock."
No, what I think is lame is that it's that kind of like
Reductive thought.
reductive thought, I guess is the word, that basically like the at the moment the way the industry looks at it, like at its core, the problem is that they consider animation to be a genre when
kids.
it's not a genre, and it's not for kids.
It's a
medium.
form of art, not a genre.
Oh god, no, God damn it, Diddy.
Like, time and time again, they keep equivocating the very idea of animation or, like, animated characters as something solely for kids.
Even though there's an entire spectrum.
Because, like, as long as it's aesthetically pleasing, like, kids will probably just, like, look at it, smile, and clap their hands or whatever.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the cynical way of thinking about it is like, hey, it's for kids. They'll take anything.
Well, it's kind of funny considering that we have, like, years worth of, like, you know, filmography that proves otherwise. I mean, one could argue that Don Bluth kind of made his entire career off of debunking that mindset.
And Ralph Bakshi, to an extent.
Well, I would argue Bluth was a little bit more tasteful about it.
I mean, dude, Wizards has a fucking wizard with a pistol. Like, that's just awesome.
Oh, it's so great.
It's great, but it's also a matter of like who the fuck's talking about wizards?
I am, right now.
I still want to watch
Well,
it
like,
with you.
I
at
would
some
say-
I
point.
still want to watch it with you guys so badly. Solely
I mean,
for that one
I wouldn't be against it. It's just that, you know, that movie kind of just came and went for like that movie came and went back when it was a thing, and it's like it's kind of a shame, but that's just how that's just how the general populace sees it. It's an animation, which means it's probably for kids, when in reality it's really not.
Well, I was trying to say, I wouldn't say, I don't know if it's, like, entirely that way anymore, because, you know, there's still plenty of, like, you know, sectors of animation that are still thriving. You know, like, Pixar, you know, give or take, is still going strong, and DreamWorks is still going strong, and, like, their last handful of movies, you know, not counting, like, Trolls, their last handful of movies have been proving to be pretty, you know, defined in that regard. Like, I think The Last Wish is probably, like, one of the most, like, not, like, I was tempted to say provocative, but that's not the right word. But it is definitely not strictly for kids, that movie.
I'd say it's one of the more thoughtful animated films. Oh god.
Well,
We need another balloon.
Wow, that just greases my gizzards.
I will see myself out.
What about the key?
What key?
Oh, thank God! I was hoping to find you.
I like how he just went quiet there for like
It's just-
5 seconds.
I didn't know what else to say. Like, it was a shitty situation. I was mad, and I said things I shouldn't have, and...
I see you need balloon. I've got one right here with your name on it if you could beat me in dogfight combat.
What?
Dogfight.
He just...
And then he just
Oh,
fucking shoots you down.
what if you were playing this and then suddenly you just saw bullets come? They weren't hitting you, but you suddenly saw bullets from behind, like going around Timber, and now you're still like, oh shit, the stakes have like really been raised suddenly.
This elephant ain't fucking around anymore, guys.
Man, now that's a missed opportunity that fucking Taj wasn't included in Banjo Pilot.
Aww.
Or that is totally something you can do.
Yeah.
Well, you got me thinking now, and now I gotta ask, your thoughts, since it is Diddy Kong, what was their motivation and what was the point of the DS port?
So from what I immediately remember, Rare... Oh shit,
Come on.
don't do this to me now.
Sorry, we have another lap, you're fine.
The day I lose to a fucking elephant.
But from what I remember, Rare were wanting to do a fourth proper entry in the Donkey Kong Country series right when the DS was a thing.
Yeah.
But
They were still under Microsoft's jurisdiction.
yeah, they vetoed the idea, but proposed as an alternative to do a remake on Diddy Kong Racing, which, you know, they did, and that happened.
But at the same time, Rareware was like, "What, you fucking serious? We literally come to you like after years of being stuck in the Microsoft mines. We're here offering to work for you guys again for your shiny new console." And you say no?
And mind you, this is just after they finished doing remakes of the entire Donkey Kong Country trilogy for the Game Boy Advance.
Right.
Like there's no better time than now to put that to the test with a brand new game on new hardware.
Uh-huh.
But no, Nintendo said they should remake this game instead.
I see. So
Which, I'm not against the idea of them remaking Diddy Kong Racing, but I would rather have had it on the Wii.
I mean, shit, what was it? Alright, for the DKC 3 remake, they made an entirely new world with original levels. So
Yeah.
they clearly wanted to make more stuff for the series.
right.
It's
Not
just
to
that
mention,
Nintendo
they had a
was
whole
like,
new
no.
soundtrack and everything. So it's like, yeah, no, they could have totally done it if they were given the approval and the resources. But alas, that didn't happen.
I'm still
Yeah.
mixed on the new soundtrack.
Now I can imagine like that Cheers parody from fucking from The Simpsons where everybody in Moe's bar is enjoying the flaming Moe's and Homer's just like looking through the window like all solemnly. I can just imagine Rareware doing the same thing to Nintendo.
Oh, and then meanwhile, to continue on that exact same episode, the whole like,
Rare,
you just lost
rare,
yourself a customer. Like, what is that? I can't hear
Sure,
you.
you can use it.
Yo. That's that being Rare talking to Nintendo while Nintendo's dealing with Alpha Dream, with Monolith, with like all these other developers. Like,
You want to know something that's actually kind of an interesting coincidence now that I stop and think about it?
What?
Around the same year that Diddy Kong Racing DS was released, I want to say about a few months later, that's when we got DK Jungle Climber, which in and of itself is pretty much spin-off aside, it took a lot of its inspirations from the original DKC trilogy.
Well, it also used like DKC art style elements, like with the Kremlings,
Like pre-rendered graphics, all the collectibles, even Funky's whole role, everything.
the banana alien.
Okay, hold on really quick.
Wait,
Where's
what?
the last coin?
It's right here on the beach.
It's right
Oh.
there.
There it is.
Yeah, thank you.
Actually, since we took a second to examine, I will say this is also probably one of my favorite tracks in the game.
It's
Yeah, Treasure Cave's song's pretty good.
So positive. Also, you may have noted, like right over there, up in the corner, that little like cubby or whatever hole up there. Kind of a neat thing that, again, I feel like this is the first racing game I remember to have ever done something like this. All these tracks can be raced and have different routes depending on which vehicle you're using.
Yep. If you decide to play the game on your own time through the game's like track mode and all that stuff, you can choose like how, like, assuming the track will allow it, you can like you can go through the course with whatever vehicle you want.
Yeah, like in some cases, the course will not let you use a particular type of vehicle. Like, Hot Top Volcano, for instance, you can only use the plane or the hovercraft. You can't use a normal car because, I mean, for God's sakes, why would you want to ever try and drive in lava? Are you dense?
Speaking of which, like two of the tracks in Sherbet Island, you can only use the hovercraft because it's all on water.
Right.
Oh boy.
Sherbet Island.
Whoa, what the?
Oh, right. Now we got this new trick.
All right, now he sharts at bubbles.
Which are much worse than the mines.
Fucking bubbles.
Yeah, you'd think that maybe other bubbles, but the problem is that you stay in them for so long.
Yep, and it's very hard to break out if you get caught in one.
And the fact that he puts out multiples of them at once.
Right, and it kills all your momentum if you get hit by one. Yeah, let's...
So have we mentioned that the music for this game is fucking aces?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wise is just such a... I'm really hoping that after, I'm really hoping that after, frickin'... Once Metroid Prime 4 comes and goes, eventually, I'm really hoping that for their next, Donkey Kong title, that Retro brings David Wise back.
Bring back DK!
Because I really
Bring
do
back
think
King
David Wise is,
K.
like,
Rool.
accept no substitutes with his soundtracks for him.
Well, I guess it's also just a matter of like what they even plan on doing with DK after, after Tropical Freeze.
That octopus is making a bunch of really weird noises, and I don't like it.
Yeah, because like I know that's
Thank
something
you.
that you might as well. Like, because I know that's like we bring it up a few times, but like there's a lot of like different things around the rumor mill as to like what would DK be up to in like his next adventure. Like some people speculate it'll be like a full-on 3D game. Some people say it might be a new 2D game. One that just recently came true was like a return to the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games, which we are going to be getting that soon.
Yeah?
Yep.
I'm more so surprised that they're making a remake of the very first Mario vs. Donkey Kong.
I'm pleasantly surprised.
Like, you're not playing with the toys. Like, it's not a Lemmings game anymore. It's just a puzzle platform.
Which is as it should be. Like,
Yeah.
did you ever play Donkey Kong 94?
No, but I've played Mario vs. Donkey Kong on the
Well, basically, Donkey Kong 94
the 3DS
is
Ambassador program.
Well, basically, Donkey Kong 94 is just that, but with a lot more creativity put into it.
It's the original Go, and there's a lot more to it.
I mean, not for nothing, I actually really enjoyed the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games on the in
Well,
the
like the
DS
GBA
era.
game is fine. Like it's a perfectly fine game. It's just that in terms of like like there's just a lot that DK94 does that I would argue is just puts it just a tad bit better.
Well, no, I know, I understand that a lot of people kind of have a bone to pick with the toy-based games. Like how you have the goddamn like you have the Lemmings gameplay as opposed to fuck's sake!
Damn it!
Oh, that guy's...
The Timber family are visiting the Kong family. Diddy, Squawks delivered a letter to Diddy from Timber talking about the whole, thing, and it's like Diddy literally snuck out and is again, he's helping everybody out.
I'm sorry, I recently saw like an hour-long review video. Oh, damn it!
That tree hit us.
But yeah, I recently saw like an hour-long video on like why the Flash 2023 sucks ass.
Oh, I was watching Your Movie Sucks' take on that, and my
Exactly.
God,
It's like,
now that I see exactly all that was being done, it's bad.
Man, to think that fucking
the
with
Flash
the
movie.
placement of a can of tomato sauce.
Well, supposedly
like,
that was the whole
fucks
thing. Is that the
over
reason
everything.
why apparently that was the reason why the Flash's mom died was that the fog. When she came back from the store, she forgot a
was
can of
too
tomatoes.
late.
father goes to pick up the tomatoes, and then I guess, and it's never addressed, by the way. You'd think that'd be the first thing the Flash would want to go back in time to figure out is who killed his mom. We never figure out who actually killed his mom. That always remains a secret for whatever reason.
Well, no, like, what he could have done is, like, he could have just, like, lied and wait, you know, at the store where his mom dies.
Well, no,
Like, he could just
his
wait
mom
for
doesn't
the
die
killer to show up.
Well, so, his mom doesn't die in the store. His mom dies at home once him and his father are both out of the house for whatever reason.
So wait, oh, okay.
So yeah, because that was the reason
So-
why, like, he went to the store to put a can of tomatoes into her cart that she would have forgotten otherwise. That way the father would have no reason to leave the house to get any can of tomatoes, thus never leaving her defenseless.
Fact of the matter is, Ezra Miller sucks as an actor, and you know, possibly as a person as well. So
It's just weird, again, how much, like, to me, it's still weird just how much, like,
Zavlav was banking on it.
how hard they betted on him being, like, the big return, like, yes, this is it,
Like the savior of our whole industry.
Yeah.
this is our massive brand new movie, and it's not. It's just
And
not
then no.
interesting.
If anything, it practically killed it.
You know what the worst part of it all is? Well, movie-wise, it's like
I was about to do donuts in front of him.
I hate how they act as if changing the future also changed. Well, no, changing events in the future also changes events before you change the future. That's not how time travel shit works.
It shouldn't be. I guess the idea is that they treat it more like.
Like, did they not understand how linear time functions?
I guess the way that they intended for it to work was that when you change a let's not say when you change the past, when you change the present. More so when you deviate from what your timeline is, you are essentially hopping onto a different timeline where that set of circumstances happened, and that's how suddenly the past can change as well because you're now on something else. I can maybe try to see where they're coming from there, but it's lame, and the whole like ending and what's going on, it just doesn't work. Thank goodness.
That's also acting as if that's also acting as if
Secret
how do I put
time.
this? Oh, right, secret mission time. Anyways,
Now it's time for a free-for-all where we gotta literally decimate everybody else.
fuck them up.
I love this. I think this is one of my favorite levels, like visually. I just love like the cozy like evening vibe of it.
Oh yeah, no, it looks pretty cool. Now the funny thing is that every character is listed as having 8 bananas worth of health, but an attack will pretty much deal 2 bananas worth of damage. So I mean, I'm willing to bet this is just one of those things that they were never able to properly refine for the final release, but it still does its job all the same.
Yeah.
You just gotta take out it. You just gotta hit your opponent 4 times in order to beat them.
Yep.
Okay, so I remember what I was
It's
trying to
never
say.
possible.
I remember what I was trying to say. Are they acting as if every timeline that he deviates from is unique in some different way? Like, maybe one universe is like 6 inches apart from another?
I think, but you're right. It still never makes sense, especially the finale when they're fighting over and over again, and supposedly like they're not branching and like meeting new timelines there when they were.
Everything is Mom's spaghetti.
The way YMS put it, I think actually kind of sums up my thoughts. Is that like the problem with movies is that it's difficult for me to. Nice. It's difficult for me to.
Sorry, Diddy.
Had to do it to you. It's difficult for me to see the stakes involved.
We're still friends, right?
He just like whips out the
He
peanut
just
guns.
screeches.
It's like, oh. But it's hard for me to see the stakes of the movie when it's like so like flimsy, and for whatever reason, I don't remember this, but I guess for whatever reason now in this timeline, the Flash is just a god and can just do.
I deserve that.
He can just
travel
phase
through time forward
He
and
can,
backwards.
He can literally. He's literally Danny Phantom now.
God damn it.
He can.
Well, no, like the whole aspect of like phasing through matter. That much I remember from fucking Teen Titans, where he uses that ability to like slide through a wall. So it's not like that's an ability that they just decided to just give him for the sake of giving him shit to do.
He also had an Justice
Really?
League.
Like, it's a pre-existing thing, I'll give it that much.
We better. Oh, we gotta be careful.
Yeah, no, we're literally on our last 2 bananas.
But yeah, I don't know. It's lame. It's thankfully behind us now. And
Or
now
is
we can-
it?
now we
It
can
could
see-
be in the future.
Yeah.
It could be in front of us.
But now there. Oh
There
my
goes
god!
Diddy.
You
He
just
literally
yeah, you literally just detonated him.
Diddy is dead.
So at this point now, we just need to make sure that we're always Okay, and
Oh, and there goes Pipsy.
which is a bummer because now we have to go against someone who has 2 hits, so we just need to always make sure we're blindsiding them.
We literally have to go after the badger that broke the law.
I mean, is there really any way to defend yourself against incoming attacks on this game?
There is a balloon I saw that had a shield, I think.
Yeah, if we had a shield, but there's no shields on this whole thing.
Wait, what about the one that's over across the way, like underneath this cove? Like, this one I saw a gold balloon or whatever it's called.
There are no gold balloons.
Oh.
Well, no gold balloons as far as like ammunition's concerned.
It's like a gold balloon with like purple stars.
Oh!
Oh, Jesus Christ! I heard
That
that.
was a homie one.
Piece of
Die,
shit.
you freaking bandit!
Go back to jail where you belong.
But I'm out on parole.
I gotta tell you, kid, I was on the edge of my seat this whole time.
I almost fell off of my carpet.
I was cold-blooded. Do not shoot me with that red balloon.
I was
No.
going to have to get another one.
What do we get?
We get our next piece of the TT amulet.
Gosh,
The titty amulet?
Hey!
Yep, there's 2 amulets you gotta go for. The Whizpig amulet, which is pretty much what you need in order to race Whizpig, and the TT amulet, which you need to beat the game entirely.
Yep.
You're going to make one Kaname Dachi a very happy man.
Haha.
Yeah.
So I decided to look into some of the cheat codes for this game, and some of the like the names that they have and stuff. It's so wild, and I love it.